Yeah, it was Streamlabs, it wasn't the microphone. There you go. So let me just do this again. What is going on? This is definitely the first time that I've clicked this button. How's it going, everybody? Do let me know if the music is too loud. It looks okay on the monitor, but do let me know. Yeah, so we're back. I haven't done a live coding stream in a good while, and I'm a bit rusty, especially since I'm not gonna be doing Jetpack Compose like I have back in 2020. But still, we have a fun programming task at hand right now. So, what is it that we're gonna be doing? Let me move over to this scene. It's probably also gonna be, yeah, that's what I figured. Hold on. All of this is out of whack. Here we go. And I also need this thing to be mapped to this tab. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Right, so what is it that we're gonna be doing? Excuse me. So, you see this, wait, which direction do I have to point? This one. You can see this, well, that's awkward. Okay, that donation goal bar here at the top. This is just fake. I'm not collecting money for anything, but this is a Streamlabs donation goal. And this can be automatically connected to a bunch of different services. What it cannot be connected to right now is this service called Kofi or Cofi. And what we are gonna be doing is I want to try writing an integration point between Streamlabs and Kofi so that donations that come in to Kofi will automatically be reflected on Streamlabs' side. So that is basically the project. And I'm going to be using Kotlin again as my language. I am going to be using a technology that I have never used before, and it's called Kpt. It's a library for server development in Kotlin. And we'll see how it goes. All I did is set up a skeleton, so just basically a Hello World application, and I will be starting that now to see if it actually works. Let's see. So I should be going to localhost 8080, and that says that it cannot detect anything. Let us run the application. I gotta click this, and I gotta click this run box. Oh, I'm using window capture, so you cannot see my mouse pointer, which is slightly annoying, but it should be hopefully okay. Right. So if I restart this now, okay, there you go. So we have our Hello World showing up, and let's do some API stuff. Let's try and get this connected somehow. So how's everybody doing tonight? I had a lot of hassle with this camera just for it to die in 2 hours because the battery is dead. But it's being a lot of hassle to get running. Do you want me to Google if there's a way to get your mouse cursor showing on screen? Well, I guess I'd have to not use a window capture on Streamlabs. Actually, in fact, you know what? I can do it with a display capture instead. Should be fairly risk-free. Hold on, let me just hide my icons on the desktop here. Because I do want this to look clean and stuff. I don't want to... Okay, that should be better. And then there's no music here. Wait, there should be. I have pretzel in my... Is there no pretzel music? I'm turning up the slider ever so slightly. Let me know if something comes up. Okay, let's just do a display capture. What is this called in Streamlabs? I just know the... Oh, display capture. Well, that makes sense. Yes, this one, and stretch this out, and then move it down. Yeah, here. Okay, so this will give you a mouse pointer now. Right, so we should be good to go. So this runs, and we have Hello World here. Let me move my browser to the other monitor. It's a bit annoying otherwise. A bit smaller. Okay. Were you there when you accidentally ended my stream trying to close a game with Alt F4? I don't think I was, no. Sounds like something that I would do, though. Okay, so what do we have? Right. So here's what I have so far. This is probably going to be a bit small, so let me actually bump up this somehow. I hope this doesn't stretch it. Oh, it does, okay. Okay, well, maybe it has to be this way. Right, so this is what I have right now. This is basically a very bare bones application with Ktor. And all it does is it routes the main URL to this function, and it just responds with the text hello world. And that's what we can see down here. When we go to localhost 8080, that's the port that this is configured in. And when I go there to the index page, then it will just say hello world. And I think I have made it so that this has auto deployment. Let's see if I update this code and save the file, and then I refresh the browser. Hopefully, within a couple seconds, this should pick it up. That would be nice, actually. Yes, okay, there it is. It just took a couple seconds. Nice. Okay. Right, so we have auto deployment, which is kind of nice. Okay, and what I also did is I wrote this configuration file. This is just the stuff that Ktor needs. And then down here, I have added 2 variables for Streamlabs stuff. So these are internal secrets. I can show this on screen because they're not the actual secrets. They're just pointing to environment variables. And then I feed those in, and then my actual secret key is being added to the application on runtime. Could you repeat if you're starting from scratch, or if one of the sites is already started? What do you mean? What do you mean? One of the sides is already started. You know, do you want to know how did I get to this point, writing this out? Because if so, then my answer would be I followed the official guide for Ktor, like when you were explaining it to me, right? Okay, yeah, sure. So I want to write a piece of code that I can put on a server, and then that server is basically running an application. That's the application that we are going to write. And that application sits in the middle between Streamlabs on the one hand and then Kofi on the other hand. And what it does is, I imagine it like you would add it to your Streamlabs account, and then the application would give you a URL that you put into Kofi. There's a place on the Kofi dashboard to put a URL in. And then once that's hooked up, then Kofi will basically send a message to that URL whenever somebody gives a donation. And then that URL is basically my application again. And then it will transform that Kofi donation thing into something that can be then given to Streamlabs. So it's basically the middleman between Streamlabs and Kofi. Yes, one is giving and one is receiving. That's correct. And what I've already done in like testing is I already made it possible to send a request to Streamlabs and then have it show up in the wrong side, Jesus, in the donation goal banner. So I can prepare a request here like this, and then it will actually show up on the donation tracker. And that's kind of the end goal, is to have Kofi do that so that I don't have to click the button manually. So that's the idea. So we're going to do this in 2 steps. The first step is going to be just getting it so that I can basically, I don't know, click a button in my HTML website, and then when I click it, then the donation goal will go up. That's the first goal that I want to achieve. And then once that's done, then we look at Kofi. So we're going to start with Streamlabs exclusively, and then the other side will come after that. No, don't be sorry for those very basic questions. They're very good questions. I just wanted to make sure that I understood your intent correctly. Okay. Also, which is something that's really nice, is we're not building an Android app like last year. So hopefully when I click the compile button, it will not drag down the stream and I'm dropping frames like crazy and I'm jittering and stuff, because this is a new machine. And also it's server code now. It's not Android application code, and it should not be as resource intensive, let me just say. I'm just seeing that I'm not connected to Discord yet. Interesting. I thought I had it connected yet, but maybe not. That's okay. I wasn't aware it could be done in one application. That's where the question came from. That makes sense. No, ideally I want to have one application and it connects to both sides, because it will get a message from Kofi. So that's the receiving end. And then it will give a new message to Streamlabs, and that's the giving side. So I think you put it fairly well when you said one is receiving and one is giving. That's kind of the idea. All right, so what do we do? First up, I want to reconfirm that my approach is correct. So I've studied the docs for a bit. Let me move this thing out of the way. Or actually, let's leave it here, but where is it? Turn it off. I don't need it right now. So I read a bunch of the documentation for this is Kpt, this is Streamlabs. Where is my... This is not it. So I read a bunch of the API documentation on Streamlabs' side. This should be it, yeah. And then the way it works is that you register an application. Hold on, where is it? I've already done this part. And then this is the interesting part now. Kpt is a different middleman. Kpt is basically the engine on which, like the framework on which I build the application. So it's basically... It's basically to server applications in this specific programming language what a tool like Unity would be for games. So like you can write a game in Unity or with Unity, and then Unity would be the engine. I'm writing a Kotlin server application with Kpt. Like this is basically the frame of reference that we get. Great to see some science and tech streams back. How's it going? I'm doing well, Wigorik. I'm doing very well. I'm very excited to be back at programming. So I hope I didn't annoy you too much with all the hitman that's been going on over the last weeks and months. Certainly not going to stop, but I did want to start a new programming project. And Jetpack Compose is also going to be coming back eventually. But right now I have this idea because Sinja here in the stream has an actual use case right now for this, and that's why I kind of want to fill that gap. That's why you were using the different things. Yep, that's right. That's exactly right. So the idea here is on Streamlabs that in the end, I would build a website which advertises this Kofi integration, and on there's a button to like connect your Streamlabs account, and then you click that, and then you get to a page like this. This is on Streamlabs' side now. And it basically asks for you to authorize that application. It's very similar to if you were on Twitch and you want to authorize an extension. It also asks, I want to get permission to do this and that, you know. And then this is kind of similar for Streamlabs. So it would ask you, hey, I need to process donations in order to do my thing. And then you say, yeah, sure, approve. Or you can decline it. That's fine. It's up to you. Whatever happens, Streamlabs will redirect your browser back to me, back to a website that I control. And then in here, I am not sure who decided on gray on white, but this says code. This is very hard to read. I apologize. This will give me back a code, and that code is basically a one-time voucher that I can give to the Streamlabs service, and then I actually get an access token. And with that access token, I can make authenticated requests. And with that, I can actually post donations to you, to your Streamlabs account. And then, of course, eventually we're going to have a database that has to store all these tokens for different users, right? I want this to be a service that everybody can use. But that's going to come eventually. We're going to start very, very crappy, and then we're going to build on top of it. Wasn't annoyed at all, lol. It was honestly great for you to take a break from it for a while. Yeah, to be completely honest, I was a bit, I was very, very occupied with work and client stuff, you know. I'm a freelance software engineer, so there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time. And I just didn't have enough capabilities and capacities to dedicate on the side. And look at that pro streamer setup. It's okay. I have alerts now, which is kind of cool, I guess. Also, maybe a freelance hitman, but that's just rumors. Yeah, we don't... let's take that offline then. All right, so anyway, I will do this manually right now. Just go to the authorize page, and then... I have this thing redirect to my website right now, so that's not the actual intentional page that it's going to end up on. So on the dashboard, I would go to API settings, and then I have here my test application. I could revoke its access and stuff. Gotta make sure to click on the right thing here. I don't want to dox my credentials, but then again, it's fine. I can just revoke them and reissue them. So this would be my actual setup page for the app. This ID is fine to show, by the way. Don't freak out. That's okay. There's also a secret file, and I'm definitely not going to click here. These two are just known to the server itself. And this one is public, but this one is not. And this is the key that the server uses to authenticate to Streamlabs, basically. And then down here, there's a sample authentication URL. So this would be something that I would put on my website. So you click on get access now, and then you click on the button, and then it takes you to this page. And then it would say API authorization for Brutala test. And then it says, this is what the app is asking to do. And then you can say approve or decline. And then if I click approve, it's going to redirect to my website. But what's interesting here, and what's the thing that I need, is on the top here, this thing that I highlighted in the URL bar. This is the code that the server would then receive. And that code would I can now use to redeem at the Streamlabs API. We're going to do that manually right now. I want to just replay this in the back of my head. So I'm going to copy this code, and then I'm going to go to Postman, my handy HTTP tool, and then let me actually paste this code here so I don't lose it. And we now can invoke the Streamlabs API. And then here is the method called post token. And this is where you send that code, and then in response, you get back two new tokens, access token and a refresh token. So Streamlabs implements the Auth protocol. So you have one token that you use to authenticate, and that works and works and works. And then at some point it stops working. And when it stops working, you use the other token, the refresh token, and then you redeem that refresh token for a new access token. So there's always this duality of tokens here. OAuth is very, very complicated, and I don't claim to understand it. I understand it well enough in the context of this, so I'll learn more when I need to. Yes, totally. I totally agree. Find a stream with nice sound so much more enjoyable than a stream with good video quality. So much easier to watch. Yeah, I try to keep the audio clean at all times. That's why I'm using the microphone and not the laptop speakers or like the laptop mic. I also find that very important. Right, so this request expects a few parameters. So we have grant type, and it has to be authorization code or refresh token, depending on which is accompanying this request. Okay, so for the first authorization, we need this type. So I'm gonna copy that into here. This is gonna be a body, and this was grant type. And paste in authorization code. And then we're gonna build this out. Client ID. I need to give the client secret. Okay, well, I need to move this to my second monitor in a second then, just for a bit. So you have client ID. I'm actually going to create an environment here. God, how do you do this again? Add. Streamlabs client ID. And then this one goes in here. And then Streamlabs client secret. And this I will take off screen just for a moment. Okay. And then save, I guess. Okay, I think that should be okay. How do you access these again? Was it like this? Well, if it's just gonna show the values anyway, then I need to move this out again. Client secret is gonna be the other variable. Okay, no $sign. Whoops. Okay. Right, so this is now safe to look at again. And I didn't dox the app, so that's nice. Right, so we have these two. Client secret and then redirect URL. This has to be the same that I put on the Streamlabs dashboard. So redirect URI actually, I think. Yeah, URI is gonna be just for the current state. It's just gonna be my website. And then code. And then code is actually gonna be the thing that we had in the headline up here. And I think these codes are only valid for 5 minutes, so I'm gonna issue another one. So I'm gonna approve this, it redirects to the website, and I get a new code up here. I'm gonna copy that out, put that in here. And this should be everything that we need for this particular request. And let's send this and see if we get an access token. We do. There you go. Okay. So the server didn't complain, and it gave me this and this. And it also says how long this is valid. So this should be an hour. I think this is in seconds. So this is an hour of validity, and then after the access token is done. And this token I can now use for an hour to post stuff to Streamlabs' API. And we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make that donation thing move up in a second. Hold on, I'm actually going to save this request. New collection, Streamlabs API. Okay, yeah, that's easier for future reference. Okay, and then we have the access token, and we can use that to now do a lot of stuff. Let's actually first do this request. So let's actually get my user, and then that should tell in the response, it should tell my Twitch name and stuff. So let's see. This is a get request, get user, and this accepts JSON. I think this should be okay. Access token. We'll use this one. Is this body? Oh, query. Okay, this is a query param. Got it. So access token. Let's see. There you go. So the response for this one says down here that, yeah, basically I'm Marcel Odermaus on Streamlabs, and I'm connected to Twitch, and I have that ID on Twitch, and I have the username Marcel Odermaus. If I had connected my Streamlabs to YouTube or wherever else, this would also be in that response. And I think I want to use the Streamlabs ID as the primary key in the database that I'm going to be building. So the first thing that I would do is I would get an access token for a user, and then I would look up that user's ID with this request here, and then I would get the ID, and then I would store my access token with that ID. So I don't really have user identifying information. I don't have the name. Like, you can change your Twitch name, it's fine. This thing is not gonna break because the ID is gonna stay the same. So actually, I might as well copy this out because I might need it later. My Streamlabs ID is this one. Okay, so let's also save this request. Get user. Okay. And then this is now the good stuff. Let's scroll a bit further down. This one here. So we have a endpoint called /donations, and we have a get one. This would get a list of donations. We don't need that, but we could get a list of donations. And then down here, we can post a new donation. And this is the one. This is the good stuff. This is where the app is gonna finish basically at the end of it. So we have post to /donations. Let's do this. This is a post on donations. I guess also it needs the access token, right? Okay, so we have a couple more params here. Could the list of donations be integrated to the recent events of the stream? Yes, yeah, it certainly could. You'd have to have a page that automatically refreshes itself when something new comes in. But that should certainly be valid. I think Streamlabs should already have something like this. Now that we're integrated with the Streamlabs service, if they have a widget that displays recent donations from anywhere, then the Kofi donations will show up in that. So if they don't have something like that, yeah, they do have the ticker. Yeah, that's right. So in the ticker there, the Kofi stuff would show up because it's now integrated into the Streamlabs system. If you want something dedicated, something more persistent, that's not a ticker, then we could build something for sure. They don't show up yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll try it out. I might add a couple widgets more to this stream to make it more cluttered, and we can just see how it goes. Okay, so we have a couple of query params. We have a name. This is the person that donated, so this is going to be Sinja. We have the message. This is optional. I don't know. Can Kofi give a message? Yes. So this is now the Kofi documentation. We can see what we will be able to get. So we have a from name. This is message. So we can give a message. So let's fill this out. Message. Thanks for stream. 500 euro. Oh God. That will blow up the goal right away, but I'll do it. I can reset it after. It's fine. Okay, identifier. An identifier for this donor, which is used to group donations with the same donor. For example, if you create more than one donation with the same identifier, they will be grouped together as if they came from the same donor. Typically, this is best suited as an email address or a unique hash. It doesn't look like there's an identifying piece here for the user. We have a message ID and we have a transaction ID. But this Kofi thing does not really have something unique to it. I mean, there's the from name, but if two people called, I don't know, Tom were to donate and they are separate Toms, then they shouldn't be grouped together. But also I can't use like a Streamlabs ID because most people that donate money don't have Streamlabs, right? They're just watching streams. Hashtag Sinja. Yeah, I'd have to derive that from the name of the person that is sending the message though. And if it's just a display name, then again, if you have the display name Tom and somebody else has the same name, which is reasonable to assume, then you would be treated as the same person. And I'm not sure if that's desired. Is there a function to show how much individual people donated? I'm not sure. I think this Kofi API is very, very limited. We can see what, if we actually invoke this Kofi thing, we can see maybe there's some kind of header that identifies a user, something else. We will see. We will deal with that when we have to. But this might be something that can be a bit iffy. Identifier. Well, right now it's just user Sinja, whatever. Something unique. I mean, can we just leave this one out? Yes, yeah, for now we can. If it's just mainly used for grouping, then it'll become a nice to have to group stuff together when we have more stuff to actually group. Okay, what else? Amount. The amount of this donation. It's going to be 500. Oh, do they... This is a double. Okay, that is odd. Usually you would always make amounts like currency. You'd usually like to use whole numbers for it and use the smallest partial of your currency. So I wouldn't, if I built this API, I wouldn't make the amount 5.5. I would make it 550 and be like 550 cents instead of 5 euros and 50 cents, 5.5. And that's just because floating point values are not accurate. And I mean, this is not a bank, so I guess who gives a damn? But usually if you process currency, you always use whole numbers to avoid rounding errors and stuff. Well, there's always a PayPal account or some other paying information coming with it that would be individual. But then I don't know if that's in Kofi or just on PayPal. Yeah, I guess Kofi will have some info on that. It's more, we have to figure out if that info is part of that message that we get from Kofi. Because from this block here, it doesn't seem like anything related to recurring users will be in there. We will test this out. We will send multiple test things and we will see if something in here is the same across them, and then we can use that as the ID. Okay, so amount 500. Currency. The 3-letter currency code for this donation must be one of the supported currency codes. Well, that is correct and is expected. What does Kofi actually do? Okay, Kofi has stringified floating points as well, so I guess it should be okay. And they do use the ISO code as well for the currency, so that's nice. So we're going to use 500 euro. Created add timestamp that identifies when this donation was made. If left blank, it will default to now. Kofi gives us a timestamp. It doesn't really say here what the format is supposed to be. Is it ISO 8601? Is there an example thing here? I'm gonna assume that it's ISO 8601 and we can actually use this format as is. So let's do that. Created add. Oh wait, that's super in the future. Let's make this thing occur on May 7th. No. May 7th. And then, yeah, whatever, at 1 p.m. UTC, that's fine. Okay, access token, there you go. I have that already here. And then skip alert. Set it to yes if you need to skip the alert. I don't think we ever want to not show the alert. But it's good to know that we could if we wanted to. So I'm gonna add this here. Set this to no. Okay, so this should all be good. Okay, you ready to fill out this donation goal? Okay, let's do this. Shit! The request is missing a required parameter. Includes an invalid parameter value. Check the access token parameter. What about it? Oh, wait. This is a post. So is this supposed to be... this is supposed to be the body again. Damn it. That's a bit inconsistent. For gets, they expect you to use query string. But then they expect you to use form URL encoded for post messages. So we have to copy all of this over into this tab here so that it's part of the body and not the query. But it's fine. That's why God made copy paste a thing, you know. This right here. I created at. And what was it? Skip alert. No. Remove that. Then we can remove all of these again. Okay. And once again. Shit. Oh, invalid. Okay, now it tells us what date format it wants. It could have set that on the API documentation, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes. So it's not ISO 8601 then, but it is a super weird format. I've never seen that. So we'll have to have some sort of timestamp conversion. So Kofi uses ISO 8601 and Streamlabs uses this. What's the A in the timestamp format? Huh, interesting. Bruh. I wish I had a soundboard so I can just go bruh. Yeah, what's capital A though? Yeah, it doesn't say because nobody uses it. What the hell? Okay, hold on. I always go to the Python documentation for ISO 8601 because it's the most complete and I like that very much. Hold on, where is it? I It might not be this page actually. Maybe the Java docs help us here. Yeah, there you go. That's the table I wanted. So capital A is milliseconds. What? So they don't care about seconds, but they care about milliseconds? Okay. Yeah, so I guess it's the... No, it doesn't matter. It's always 0. Kofi doesn't go to milliseconds. It's just HMS. That's it. All right, then. That's fine. So we'll have... Let's convert this thing then. We'll have May... Wait, what? Come on, please. Click it. Thank you. May 7th, 2021. And then 1H, not 2. So you wouldn't have 06 for 6 a.m. You would just have 6. But for this one, we have 13:04. And then, I guess, 0 for the millis. Let's try this. No, still same thing. Let me remove the 0. Or is this... Oh, or wait, is the A for PM? And it's actually supposed to be just 1:04 PM? No, still same thing. I mean, we could just leave it out for now. I can just not send it. It seems to accept everything else. But this is certainly weird. So that's worth a Google, I guess. Whoops. By the way, Sinja, I did give it a bit of Googling earlier, and it seems like nobody has done a Kofi integration for this. Streamlabs. Finally got a chance to play with the API. I cannot figure out what format datetime needs to be in for pulling water usage. What? Okay, water usage, I guess. They tried this, and it says this. Yeah, I did, and it didn't work. Well, for this guy, I guess it did work. No, that's Jira. What? Why am I on Jira's help page? Good, because I was Googling too and found nothing, not even when I searched for API Streamlabs Kofi. Can you believe it? Yeah, I don't know. Do you know how big Kofi is? Because maybe it's just not that popular and not that many people use it. I certainly haven't heard of it before I saw it in your stream, but I don't know, I could be completely wrong. Okay, we'll deal with the time format later. I'm over it right now. Okay, let's actually make this thing show up and go. Yes, there you go. Oh, it even had the alert. There you go. So we have the alert, shows up automatically, and this thing comes from Streamlabs' API. Nice. And we actually get a donation ID in the response, which is interesting. Not sure if we need that for anything, but I mean, thanks, chat. We have hit our goal. So thank you for tuning in. I will catch you. No, sorry. Stupid joke. You feel rich? I feel rich now. Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? So my service is going to be, I'm offering services. You can write me an email and I click the button manually whenever somebody gives a donation. Actually, no, that would be a lot more expensive than what I am actually building. Okay, so that is basically the path on the one side from Streamlabs. I want to explore what is actually in the Kofi messages. And then I'll formulate a plan and then get to actually the Kotlin code, and then we're going to build something with it. Okay, so Kofi. So Kofi just has a webhook, and you give a webhook URL here, and then That's basically it. Now I think it has to be HTTPS. So for development, this is a bit awkward because if you're developing, you don't have the server yet connected to the internet, right? So that's why my page runs on localhost 8080, so only I can open it. But it would have to be accessible from Kofi's side to actually do something. So this part will not be completely integrated until I deploy to an actual server. But what we can do is we can use a service called webhook.site, which just generates, and I actually did this before, generates a random webhook URL, and you can use that to just test things out. Whenever something is posted to that webhook, it will show up on this page. So this is really nice. So I'm gonna plop in my webhook here, gonna update it, and now I'm sending a test, and this should now show up here. Yeah, there you go. It received a message from Kofi now. So let's see what it says. There's a format JSON checkbox here, but it does nothing. So I'm actually going to pretty print it myself. Okay, so what do we have in here? Oh, they do have the milliseconds. So it is actually an X8601 timestamp, so that's good to know. Message ID is public. Amount and currency. Here you go. There it is. Email. Perfect. Yeah, we're just going to use that. That is not part of the example block down here, but it is actually part of this. Yeah, so that's perfect. I think that is as good and a unique identifier as we can get. So I'm really happy with that. So we will use that to feed into Streamlabs, and then that'll group it together. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the actual email address or if I'm going to hash it, but I'm going to figure that out. Also interesting are these here. So I guess on Kofi you can... Does Kofi have some sort of like Patreon-like monthly support thing, Sinja? Do you know? Because I'm guessing that these flags will be true if they do. Okay, yeah, there you go. That's why then. That makes me think though. I guess it would be, you can select that with your donation. I see, okay. So that would be a question then, if that should be configurable or not. Like if you have a recurring payment every month, should those show up in the sense that they will get an alert every month? I guess it would, right? Because it's a recurring payment. Maybe that would be something where we would, where we could consider allowing this skip alert here to actually skip the alert if it's a recurring payment. But okay, good to know. Right. Yeah, this timestamp format still beats me, but well, it's whatever right now. Okay. Yeah, this is super nice. We have an identifier, amount, currency, name, message. That's all we need. Timestamp. It's all here. This should be a very easy connection. The more challenging part is going to be matching the credentials and storing everything and then handing it over between the services. But let's get to it, you know? Let's do this. Okay. So the plan would be I have a landing page for the service. And then I would advertise it, and then you would click on it, and then you go to a landing page that just explains what it does, like Kofi, Streamlabs integration. And it's only $50 a month, you know? And then it would list out all the benefits, and then at the bottom there would be a button, include button to connect Streamlabs. Okay, so somebody clicks on that button. And that button will redirect them to the authorized endpoint, or like authorized page on Streamlabs' site. And that's a hard-coded link that I can get from, tabs. Here, sample authentication URL. So I can basically build that out myself. So, whoa, that was a bit quick. I need to copy this actual URL. So this is what it looks like. So it would be something like, the button would redirect you to www.streamlabs.com/API10 authorize. And then there's a bunch of public data here. My client ID, redirect your URI. This would then go back to the pages realm, I guess. So that would be some sort of URL that I control from this app here. Endpoint to be provided by this app. The response type is code, and the scope, this is just fine. I will need access to read, actually only to create right now, but maybe later also to read. Okay, so that'll make you open this page, and then the user will either approve or decline the request. I don't have that example page open anymore. Okay, and then the user choice will be given to the redirect URI. If it's successful, there is a code query param in the URL. Otherwise, actually, I don't know what happens otherwise, so we can maybe figure that out. Now I just need to know revoke access. Yeah, I guess so. So I'm revoking access, and then I'm gonna present myself again with the choice to approve it. Yeah, right. So that would be the page that the user sees, and then there's two buttons here. Approve. This will give a code, and then decline. Let's actually click decline. And it's supposed to still redirect me to the same page, but it doesn't have a code in the URL. Let's see what it has instead. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff here. There is some error params in the URL. So let's see what these are. So we get redirected here, and then we have error, access denied, error description. Yeah, whatever. So this thing is the interesting thing then. So we'll get redirected to the same page, but it says error equals access denied. Okay. And then we have to handle that. We render a page that says, hey, you're connected now. Or it says, oh, well, then screw you if you don't accept this, whatever. Okay. Good. Let's assume, because if it's unsuccessful, then the story ends here. If they approved it, if user approved, well, what happens then? Server needs to negotiate credentials and yeah, and it would kind of need to create a URL for you to copy into Kofi. Create some URL to add to on the Kofi dashboard, something like that. And then negotiating credentials means we have to redeem the code for access token and refresh token. get user info or like user ID from Streamlabs, or like that was the token endpoint. That was the user endpoint. And then the last thing was, well, actually nothing. That was pretty much it. And then it would have to store it in the database as basically we store ID, access token, refresh token. Okay. And then we'll have to create some sort of key, maybe. Create access key for our app. And then we say, we also have to store that. I guess, maybe not. I have to think about how we actually do the last thing. And then we have to expose an endpoint for accepting donations from Kofi. And that thing has to parse Kofi message, convert it into Streamlabs message, and then send it via post, what was it? Post donations. Or was it donations? Yeah. Speaking of which, I want to store this request as well. So I have all three here now. I can easily switch between the three. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then the only challenging part is going to be making a URL that is accessible per user. But I guess it's not really that difficult. Maybe we can just use the Streamlabs ID as the identifier. But yeah, okay. I think that is all we need. So we need something to handle the redirect. We need a landing page, and we need the webhook responder for Kofi. And I don't think I need this after all. Right. So let's assume that this thing will be the landing page. Let me actually show the browser again. Okay. So what we have right now here is going to be the landing page. And then this is going to have a button and stuff. And then upon clicking it, you will go to Streamlabs. So let's actually do that first. Let's see what... let's see how this works. Can I actually minimize this? Oh, wow. No, I cannot. Dang it. All right, then. Over here it goes. Okay. Let us open the Kpt docs and check out how to render an HTML page, basically. Working with views. I have opened this earlier, but I didn't really read it thoroughly. So you have a lot of choice here how to build this. I have used velocity before, so maybe I'll just out of habit I'll use this one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, might as well. Okay, so to enable velocity support, you need to include the Kpt velocity artifact in your build script. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, this is syncing now. I'm using the time to send a tweet that I'm streaming programming again. Gotta get the hashtags in too, of course. Okay. Wow, didn't even make any typos. That's rare for me. Okay, sorry. I'm back. So we have the dependency now, and it should be part of our project now. Ktor velocity. Yes, here. Okay. So we should have access to this feature now. To install the velocity feature, pass it to the install function in the application initialization code. This can be the main function or a specified module. I think we need to use this one. Okay, so application. Yeah, module. Install velocity, okay. This, I guess. Okay, that worked. Configure velocity. Inside the install block, you can configure the velocity engine. For example, if you want to use templates from the class path, use a resource loader for class path. I don't know if I want to use templates from the class path. But it's good to know. Okay. Okay, let's skip over that for now. Okay, imagine you have the index.vl template in resources/templates. Okay, let's make one. This is very much a learning experience here. Okay. Index.vl. Just copy this in here. Okay, so it's basically just HTML with variables. So that's all I want, basically. Templates getting all excited. Yeah. I'm gonna check if there's a plugin for velocity files. Probably. What, really? Huh. Okay, well, I guess not. Guess we'll have to do without syntax highlighting then. Okay, so we have this file, and then a data model for user looks as follows. Okay, so this assumes that we have like a user class. Well, we don't really need many classes in this project, I don't think. But it's okay. I'm gonna play ball, and I'm gonna play along. I wanna check this out. So we're gonna do a user class. Actually, this is Kotlin. I can just put this here. Doesn't matter. Val name. Val ID. Oh, by the way, did I update this to 1.5? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Okay, so we have a user. To use the template, pass velocity content to the call respond method in the following way. So it creates a user object, and then it responds. It doesn't use respond text. It uses just respond with velocity content, template name, and then a mapping of variables to the object. Okay, yeah, that looks easy enough. That looks similar to what I've been using for Android JUnit 5. Okay, so let's just do this. User, and then we have Sinja. And then we're gonna make the call respond with velocity content. template is gonna be, do I have to? Yeah, templates index.vl. And then this is a map of user to user. Okay. Let's see if the, oh, compilation error? No value passed. What? Okay. This should work, no? Oh, maybe that was an older. I don't know. Let's refresh the page. I don't know. Okay, what's happening? No, it says localhost didn't send any data. Okay, there's a bunch of errors here. The Kotlin version is not consistent. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop the continuous build. I'm not building that often, so I can do it on demand. Okay. Okay, let's actually just start this like so. Okay, this looks good. I think responding at, okay. Ah, okay. It says something else though, so it does try something, but it's not coming through. Oh, resource not found exception. Unable to find resource templates.index.vl. Did I not? Templates index.vl. Okay, so maybe I do need the class path resource thing. Hold on. So what does it say? Resource loader, class path. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna paste this in here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, maybe now. Hey, okay. There it is. Okay, so you do need the class path resource loader. Okay, what's the default mode then? Weird. Okay, so now it knows where to find the resources. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that should be easy enough. So this index site would then be what we build out for the landing page, basically. So we'll have a head. I'm probably gonna build this in VS Code, honestly, without syntax highlighting. This is super annoying. But just bare bones here. Streamlabs X Kofi. And then a, I don't know, heart or something. Let's do this one. Okay. Good. And then in here, we don't have an H1. What I want to have is a button. So we'll do this properly? Yeah, let's do this properly. Oh God, how does this work again? Oh, it has been so long. I have to look this up every time. I'm not a web dev. So I guess I can just add the URL here. And then what I want to do is I don't want to... ideally, I don't want to redirect here. I'm going to leave it in the template for now, but I want to make this configurable. And then what I'm going to do is here, I want to give that as a variable. So I'm going to do Streamlabs client ID variable. And then in here, it's going to be the action for this form. And then there's going to be an, what is it? Button type equals submit. Oh God. Any actual web developers watching will just cringe right now. I think it's like this. I think it's something like this. And then we have to provide this variable here, Streamlabs client ID. And this is one of the secrets. I don't want to push this to GitHub or anything. So I have this put in the configuration here via an environment variable. So I'm going to do how did this work again? Can remove the user again. And then here, Streamlabs client ID is mapped to, I think it was environment config property, and then walk down from the config tree. So ktor is the outer thing, ktor.application.streamlabs.id. I think that was it. Like this, and then we get the string for that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start continuous build again. Stay hydrated, everybody. Hydrate, don't dihydrate. See, Sinja, I totally stole that from you. Okay, so this should now be continuous build. Yeah, it is Westerspruch for sure. Okay, so this is what the page looks like now. We have a button, connect your Streamlabs. I want to check the source code for this. I want to see if... Yeah, there you go. Well, you can't see it completely. Hold on. So you can see that the variable is being added here. So this actually works the way that we have it. So that's good. All right. Cool. And then if I click, then I will be going to... Oh. Request is missing a required parameter. Client ID. Wait, what? I gave that, did I not? Wait, maybe it wasn't the correct format. Oh, or maybe is it... Wait, one more time. So it says that... where's it? Here. Check the client ID parameter, but we have one. Oh, maybe an HTML form cannot have query parameters like this? Or does it have to be... maybe it has to be encoded already. Oh yeah, we could do it like this actually. And actually it's input type submit, not button. Yeah, we can do it like this. I'm gonna try using hidden input fields. Name is client ID. Value is Streamlabs client ID. And we have a couple of these. We have this one. Whoops. We have response type. Code. And we have scope.
I guess we all have future pants. They're pants we're going to wear tomorrow. And the next day.
And then this form can just go to this URL. And then everything else is fed through the form, I think. That was not a sentence. It is fed in through these input fields. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, this has updated. It looks weird, but let's click it. The requested scope is invalid, unknown, or malformed. But it didn't complain about client ID anymore, so that's good. Different error message. That's always good. Okay.
I guess we all have future pants. They're pants we're going to wear tomorrow. And the next day. And the day after that.
I wonder if it's because of the plus. Because usually any special characters are a no-go. Oh, actually, this is how you give the name to the button. Yeah, what is the URL safe way to express a plus sign? Because plus is usually the placeholder. HTML, what is it? HTML encoding plus. Let's see. There you go. This table might help us. 43? Might be 43. So I think it's percent 43 then. Let's see. No. Now it says that we have to check this scope. That is weird. Why? Wait. So from... So from Postman. Oh no, we didn't get to it from Postman. Let's see, we got to it from here. So this authentication URL here. What does it have? Authorize, client ID, redirect URI. Then here, scope equals donations dot read plus donations dot create. Is this not what I'm setting here? Actually, I want to update the button so that I know that the template has updated. Oh, is it that time of the evening again? My camera is crapping out? Yeah, maybe. It makes some noises. Come on. Render, dude. Yeah, stream is still up. It's just the camera gives up and it makes some noises. It kind of sounds like the autofocus is trying to do something, but I don't have autofocus, so it's kind of weird. Why is this not updating the... Hello? Not really happy with the continuous build. Let's kill it. Oh, wait. This completely doesn't compile. That's why. It doesn't work because the programmer is dumb. It's usually how it is. Okay, so you don't look at the run output, you look at the continuous build output. And if that has a red line, then you're screwed. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's click this again. This is so weird. Why? How is this malformed? If it is the same... Donations read, donations create. Scope, value equals. I can only imagine it has something to do with the special characters here, but I can't figure out what it is. Wait, does it say in the URL where it goes? Oh yeah, it does, okay. Ah, okay. It does encode it, and maybe the encoding is the problem. So if I replace this with plus, does it work now? Yes, okay. So the problem is that it accidentally does encode it, not that it does not encode something. What? Okay, wait, but 2B. Will our web server misunderstand the symbol? When a character plus is entered in a form, it gets encoded to %2b. Yeah. But I guess Streamlabs doesn't understand that part. So it does URL encoded, but Streamlabs doesn't recognize it in the URL encoded version. Wait, but then does it mean that it's actually not a plus, but it's actually a space, which is converted into a plus? Let's see. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. Okay, please. Okay. Yes, okay. So it's not actually a plus. They just use the plus as a placeholder for a space. And now it uses, yep, now it uses plus correctly. Okay, cool. So that is how you put that in here. Cool. So yeah, this is my page. We're logged in at this as this account, and then we can decline or approve. Now it's gonna be a bit annoying to continue building this integration because it will always redirect to this actual website and not back to my local host. I can try making this redirect to localhost, but I don't think it's gonna work. But what we can do is just enter a URL manually with whatever we get from Streamlabs. It's fine. Auth result. Let's see. Yeah, client authentication failed. Okay, that's because this URL has to match completely. That's okay, it's fine. So now we can actually build the first endpoint. So let's clean this up a bit. And create a function for the landing page. Put this here and then just say, okay, landing page. Oh. God, this is long. Holy hell. Okay. And then let's do Auth results page. And that is gonna be a page accessible under /auth result. So this is gonna be called from Streamlabs as the redirect URI. I'm just gonna respond with hard-coded text for now. Cool, you got a auth result. Let's put this in. Oops. Okay, so I don't think the camera is gonna come back. I'm gonna turn it off and on again. No, I think the battery might be dead. So it's that time of the evening again, everybody. That time where you will have to deal with this abomination. Oh, I got the cinematic. What the hell? I got the cinematic. No, actually, I like the action cam, like black bars. So stupid. I love it. Yeah, so you'll have to deal with this in the frame for the rest of the stream. Even a little lens flare on the bottom. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the microphone's like on indicator. Okay, auth results page. So let's do this. Whoops. So if I go to /auth result, I should be able to see, yes, cool, you got an auth result. Nice. Okay, let me move this over again. Okay. So the auth results page is gonna be the user choice. So the user choice will be given to that endpoint. We'll either have a code query param or we'll have an error query param. So we'll just check whatever we have available. Well, how do I check the incoming request? Is there a request? Parse request. What does this object give us? Context? Maybe context sounds good. Request. Okay. Query parameters. And this seems to be a map. So if I do... Yeah, this returns nullable string, so I think I should be okay just trying to access it here. If authentication is successful, a code is provided. Otherwise, and actually it doesn't matter what it is otherwise. Otherwise we'll just show an error page. Otherwise, consider it an error. Or actually, check for errors or simply redirect to the landing page. So we'll check if we have a code. And let's just parse this here. Code equals code. And then refresh. Okay, here we have code equals null now. And then if I actually connect this and I click approve, then it'll redirect me to my website, of course. But the important part is the code in the URL, this part here. I'm just gonna manually copy that into my localhost version. So I'm gonna do /auth result question mark code equals this thing. And then it says, yeah, so it does access it. Okay, cool. That's really nice. Okay, so when code is not null, success. If we have a code, it's successful. It is... Check for errors. If we have one, then user declined. Authorization request. It's not authentication, actually, it's authorization. I always get those two confused. And then else, if we have neither, then unknown context. What? Unknown context, simply redirect to back to landing page. And I'm guessing that there is some sort of redirect functionality in Ktor. There's gotta be. So can I redirect? Call redirect? Respond redirect. I don't know. I'm trying that. Let's see if it works. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh this. This is a correct response. Let's delete this and pretend that an error happened. So we're gonna do error equals... Oh, actually, nothing will happen, but it's fine. No, that's actually not good. Hold on. Before I do this, let's update this code again. So in the success case, we're gonna respond with that. Cool, you got an auth result, code equals. And then in the error case, we're gonna say, okay, well, I can't force you to add this Have a nice day. So it will say that in the error case, and then if it's neither of those two, then it will redirect to landing page. I think now we can check if it works. If it sticks, it sticks. That's right. And if it sticks, it's probably Prit. Okay, let's update the template one more time. Just to be sure. Actually, now's a good time to reset the donation goal. Oh, whoops. Accidental Japanese. No, actually donation, what is it? Donation goal settings, right? And then reset goal. Okay. Sponsorship soon. I don't know. Probably not. Sprit's still a thing. I don't know. Probably. Okay. Connect your Streamlabs 6 is ready to go. And we're going to refresh this. Okay. So now let's try these three again. So gonna go to auth result. Code equals LOL. That works. Then I'm gonna do error equals access denied, which mimics what Streamlabs gives us. Then it says this, have a nice day. And then if it's neither, if for whatever reason we have neither, then it'll just redirect us back to the landing page. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Prit ist immer noch Beste. Nice. Good to see they're still going strong. Okay, just really quickly. Okay, good. All right, sorry. I'm back. Yeah, we have these three things now. I guess we don't really need to care about the error case just yet. I want to make the happy path work first, and then over time, more stuff will be added. So, in the success case, which is the most interesting one, we're actually going to go off and do a whole bunch of calls, because we have to redeem this code for an actual access token and a refresh token, as we've seen before. And then we'll get the user ID, and I want to see that show up on screen right now. So I think we'll have to do a bunch more. I don't want to make just all of this app into this one file. I want to branch it out a bit. And we also need a couple more dependencies probably, because we have to now go out and actually do other calls to other services. So I don't know what Ktor's suggestion is for this. I would just go on and add OKHTTP to this app now. It's the thing that I know, and it is tried and tested, and I'm not sure if I need to use anything else, because was der Bauer nicht kennt, das frisst er nicht. And I do know this, so that's what I'm gonna use. So let's get some OKHTTP in here. Actually, oh, I didn't even do anything about the logging yet. So OKHTTP is being added. Whatever, redundant comment. Yeet. Okay. Not sure if this is the best approach to transitive HTTP calls, but it's fine. Oh, Sinja, I still need a bot. I need to look into how bot things work. Oh. This entire time, chat was hidden by the browser. Whoops. There's one integrated in your Streamlabs. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how dependency injection and stuff like that works in Ktorrents and so on. So I'm just gonna do this really bare bones for the time being, and I'm gonna look this up at a later time. Because, mind you, this is the first time I'm using Ktor and still have to figure out how to actually deal with this stuff efficiently. But you just probably go well with programming one yourself, I guess. Well, no, not if there's one in Streamlabs already, and if there's requirements for new stuff, then I'll check it out. Muigo Rick with the subscription, with the Prime. Thank you and welcome. Great to have you here. By the way, chat, did that just give a sound? Because I heard a sound, but when I watched back a previous VOD, then I didn't hear any sound on the VOD. So was there sound? No sound. Okay. Thanks for confirming. I'll check that out because there's some like glittery sound effect supposed to be playing, and I hear it, but I guess chat doesn't. Sorry about that. Okay, HTTP client is in the game. Eventuell ist es nur auf nur Monitor gestellt. You mean in Streamlabs? Or in Streamlabs OBS? Or is it on the dashboard? I have alerts. Wait, hold on. There you go. Let's do some quick maintenance on the spot in Streamlabs OBS. Okay. Go out of there. Okay. I mean, I can dump my entire. Oh, let's do the infinite wall here. So this is my Streamlabs. It's very nice. Much prettier UI than OBS for sure. So where do I click? Go to the cog next to Mixer. Aha. Thank you. Noise. Okay. So hopefully next time you will hear the alert. Had the same problem way too often. Well, it's these kinds of things that stick with you. You're never gonna forget it now. Okay. So, HTTP client. I need to start thinking about how to architect this app. Like right now, for this very first iteration, it's okay to just dump most of this into one file, but eventually I want to branch out. Oh, I'm waking up in my sleep, all right. Uh-oh. So I'm going to do a new file called Streamlabs API. And, whoa, did I not make that a Kotlin file? Whoops. Streamlabs API. It's going to be a class. It's going to receive a client through the constructor. And again, this is going to be wired up with dependency injection and stuff like that, but I don't feel like it right now. Oh, by the way, I want to check something. This is a suspend call. This icon here, is this a suspend call? Oh my god. That is amazing. I was a bit afraid of how to write this code if it's like, oh, we have to send a call to this external service and we have to get a callback when it's done and then we have to do some callback hell bullshit. But if this is a suspending call, I can just write imperative code and it all works out perfectly. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. In that case, I can make this also a suspend call and just say redeem code. Redeem code is gonna get a code Well, congrats then. Sorry, I was just gushing for a bit. I don't think I can give a 3 or even 10 sentence explanation of suspending calls. Basically, you can think of it as I can write code in a way that makes sense. Like I write one line, and then I write the next line, and then I write the next line. But each of these lines may take a bunch of time, but the application is not going to stall. It's not going to lag and hang because of a bunch of stuff that goes over my head as well. But basically, suspending calls make it so you can write sequential code, which under the hood does a bunch of different things to execute it asynchronously, and then come back to you, and you can write it in an easy manner, but under the hood it's very complicated and very nice. Sorry, that was a terrible explanation thinking about it, but it's all I can give right now. Basically, it has to do with asynchronous programming. So we have redeem code. Thank you, though. I tried. Sorry. I'm just glad it's there then. Yep. We can be very glad that it's here. Redeem code. So, Streamlabs API is going to be used up here. So this is going to be dependency graph, I guess, up here. And then main function is here. And then application is here. And then routes are here. Then we have here Streamlabs, instantiate a Streamlabs API object, give the client to it, and then we can use it down here. And then in this case, we're going to do token result equals Streamlabs, redeem code, and we redeem the code that we got from the user. And then we'll have to check, is it successful? Was it a bogus code? Is it valid? And stuff like that. So this we're gonna return a token result. It's gonna be a data class. Actually, it might as well be a sealed class. Success has access token and refresh token. And then we have an error or failure, and that has a cause. Why did it fail? And it can be one of these two. Okay. And then in here we will need I'm wondering if I should use retrofit. It might be too overblown. Yeah, it might be too overblown. I think I'll do without. So we have the base URL. We need a couple variables here. So Streamlabs API starts with this. All of the requests start with this part. And then when I want to do a call, I'll do new call. Base URL token. It's gonna be a post request, I think. Yes, it is a post request to /token. What? Oh. Oh yeah. They deprecated those content to request body content type. Okay, fine. And then content type is gonna be JSON. Actually, no, we don't use JSON. We use, what was it? XURL form encoded, okay.
You know, who brings the heart, who brings their vision, and particularly who bring their brain to the table. So that they're aware of what they're doing and they're making conscious choices.
Okay, and then in here, how are form fields actually expressed in the request? I don't even know.
I don't have a lot of patience for people who feel like they're downloading from the cosmos. You know, just like, that's how it came out. Okay, great. Now let's make it better. But, you know, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a place of fear.
I'm trying to look this up. Because I think it's just a string.
It's not about the ideas, it's about how you support the ideas.
Oh. Oh, they have a class for it seems like. Okay. They have a class for that. Multi-part body builder. Does this work? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Set type, content type, add form data part. And now we can basically copy the stuff that we had in Postman earlier. So we'll need grant type. And that is a hard-coded value of authorization code. We need client ID, and that is gonna be, we have to get that from the outside. Same with client secret. Oh, I might need, damn it, I might need dependency injection sooner than I thought. Okay, then we have redirect URI. To be honest, I also kind of want to make that configurable from the outside. And then code is going to be the code that we got. For now, I will add this. Okay, these two will have to give from the outside. to use some actual dependency injection framework. For now, I'm just gonna pass this around, whatever. Okay, and this will require access to... Oh, actually... Yeah. This also might need this. So what's the type of this application config? Okay. I'm just gonna do it like this. It's easier to test if we just pull these things out of the config right away. And then environment, config, property. And then for secret, same thing, different key. Was it secret? Yeah, this one. I want to prepare this too. We'll change that to an environment variable at some point. Sinja, are you still here? You are. That's lovely. I wanted to ask, did I miss Lanchimon? I did not. Okay. I still have no idea what it is, and I'm... I asked him to wait until you could join. Actually, wait, what? No. I don't want to be the hold up point for somebody else. Oh no. He's doing art the whole stream, and that is a thing he can do whenever. Oh, okay then. Well, if it's not somebody sitting around twiddling their thumbs, oh, that camera's dead. Twiddling their thumbs and not being able to do anything, then I guess I'm fine with it. Uh-oh. Still, the pressure's on. The sleeves, they're going up. Let's do some programming. Come on. Sit up straight in my gamer chair. It's even nicer when there's more people in the stream. Okay. Okay. Yeah, these parameters, I'm not happy with them right now, but alas, I don't want to look into dependency injection with Ktor right now. I want to get this first part set up. And I want to actually show that the donation goal... Oh no, now I have to point in this direction again. That this donation goal is being updated automatically. Oh no, he's online, I think for at least 1.5 hours. Okay. I think that should align nicely. Because I still got some energy in me. So that's good that he's also still occupied. What is this lullaby? I do like the chill channel on Pretzel, but I don't want to go to sleep yet. Jesus. Okay. Right, so we were in redeem code and we have prepared this request. This looks very verbose. I'm very inclined to actually just implement retrofit here, but it's okay for now. So we have the call, we have built it, and then we can execute it. And it says inappropriate blocking method call, but this is fine because we have suspending functions. I can block whenever I want because we have the power. Okay, so we execute and we get the response. And then we have to read from the response body. Gibt's require body? No. Gibt es nicht. What does this return again? Just a JSON, right? Yeah, return JSON, okay. Shit. Okay, I'm thinking about this for a couple more minutes, but we might go the real route and implement retrofit here, because this is annoying. Yes, to string. Response body. I'm gonna actually print this out just so that we have something, and then I'm gonna return just something. I want to see that this actually shows up. Okay, token result, yeah. So this should be fine now. Okay, back to our browser. Got so many windows. Hold on. Okay. Better. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh. Oh. Something not compile? Did I screw something up? Oh, I did. Okay. It's not happy with what I put in the conf file here. So I'm guessing it does need to have quotation marks after all, huh? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay, there we are. Okay, it's back live. So I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna authorize and approve this request, redirecting to my website. I'm gonna copy the code. I'm gonna go back to localhost and paste that result in here. This step is gonna be automatic eventually. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So we got an error and it said multi-part is not this. Okay. Okay. I'm drawing the line here. We are implementing retrofit. There might be something more modern for Kotlin specifically, but I'm so familiar with retrofit that there's literally no point trying anything else right now. And then we need where is it? Oh, do I want to use? Yeah, it's okay. Do I need anything else? I think not, because coroutines are supported out of the box. Yeah, no RxJava, that's fine. Okay, that should be okay. So let's do this. This will make this whole thing a whole bunch nicer. It will force me to rename this class though to Streamlabs API client. Okay. Okay, so you have a retrofit object now. Let's create the token endpoint on the interface. It's a post on, yeah, I guess post token. Send token. Send token? Yeah, send token, whatever. And it returns something. I don't know yet what. It's gonna be /token. And I think, yeah, it has that annotation, so that's perfect. So body, yeah, token body, I guess. Body's fine. Okay, this class is getting a bit too long. Bit of refactoring real quick, hold on. Okay. So, what did the request have again? Oh, here. So we had grant type. We had client ID, client secret, redirect URI, and is this? I gotta look up the API docs real quick, because I think the parameter is named differently depending on if it's a authorization code or a refresh token, right? Yeah, okay, so it's either code or refresh token, depending on what you give here. Okay. That is slightly annoying, but it's no big deal. That's actually a bit annoying. That's okay. Okay, let's do it like this then. No need. It's okay. So grant type is authorization code, client ID. Well, we can pass these through. Secret as well. Redirect. And then code is code. And then the other thing we just don't set. Okay. I think we might need dependencies on Moshi too for the code gen. Where is it? Oh, Kpt too. Dang. Okay. How do you add Kpt to a server Kotlin? Oh, okay, you can't use that syntax then. Okay. Now maybe? That looks better. Okay. That should be fine. We have that. Okay. And then we don't need any of this. I'll print the response here. And then this thing is gonna return a token response. Another JSON class. Oh, again, this is not a... Oh, I don't know. How does it handle it? It's not a JSON request. It's a form URL request. Oh, I see. Okay. I did not know how the form URL stuff worked in, but you have a field annotation and you put it here. That's annoying because I have to type it again, but it's whatever. Meh. Okay, so this is how that works. So we don't need that object. Nice. Okay. Token response is still needed though. And it returns something. It returned to us access token, refresh token, and a couple more things, but I don't care about those, so I won't. I don't really understand why Moshi doesn't use the implicit value. It's a bit annoying. You have to write name all over all the time, but it's whatever. Okay, so. Oh. Didn't see that. Yeah, I don't understand it either. Yeah, it's less typing. It's more typing work for not really any gain that I can see anyway, but it's okay. Okay, we have that. We have this response. That's a data class. Let's try it. I don't know. Okay, if this all worked fine, then it's all good. And we put this stuff out of here. Okay, parse it out, return it, should be okay. And then I don't actually need the print here, just return this. And then in here I will let's extend the success message and say Streamlabs gave me this access token. Pretty cool, huh? And then we will log gave me this response. And then we will log this out. Yeah. Okay. It's been a bit of time since we last ran this, but I think we are about to do it again. I still don't really understand, when is it? The output here is very annoying. Okay, on demand running. Let's go. Okay. Oh. Spoke too soon. There they are, the Kpt errors. What's wrong? What's wrong, honey? As always, Kpt says nothing about what's wrong. Kpt context cannot access class Sun Java C context because JDK compiler does not export. Oh god, is this a problem of the Java version I'm using? Kpt needs therapy, oh for sure. It needs retirement is what it needs. Oh yeah, this is related to the version of Java that I'm using under the hood. I would have thought that it would be supporting it. Let's just plug this in here. Let's see. Kpt is not working properly with JDK 16. Exactly. Exactly, Nico. I have an application uses Kotlin 1.5 and Kpt. I've updated JDK to 16 and I get the following compilation error. What does it get? Yeah, same thing. Exactly the same thing. I have seen that there's an open issue. I'm trying to use add opens, but it seems they were not working properly. Oh, they asked it 3 days ago and there's no answer yet. Okay, let's see if we can trick Gradle into doing this. Wait, what? What is happening? Okay. Let's link this ticket. Yeah. Okay, new Gradle daemon is starting. Kpt Kotlin is running. Nope. Oh, that's different though. Annotation processing, cannot access class. .api, because module JDK compiler does not export com Sun tools Java C API. Well, I can do this all day, honey. I can just add to this list. I don't give a damn. Again. Kpt Kotlin now successful, I guess. Compile Kotlin running. Module function cannot be found. Okay, that's different though. I think that's because I renamed the package. Hold on. Module function cannot be found for the fully qualified name. Oh, yeah, the package name wasn't updated here. Okay, got it. Okay, I wasn't sure. Hadn't set up a fresh retrofit in a good while. Nice. Okay, we should be running. This can go away again. Okay. Let's see. So I refreshed this. Let's see what it says. Cool, you got an auth result. Code equals... That's the code that we got from... that's the old code that we got earlier from Streamlabs. Streamlabs gave me this response. Pretty cool, huh? Access token, refresh token. It doesn't look too fancy, but this is actually huge. Yeah, problem is actually solved. Nice. What isn't solved is that this browser is super annoyingly on the top of everything. Better. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it looks like it doesn't really look appealing here, but this thing here, that's actually pretty nice. Smarter than the internet. Yeah, I have the Stack Overflow question open still. I'm gonna write an answer to this person later. Cool. Do we still need this? Absolutely not. Do we still need this? Absolutely not. And with that, the code is already much cleaner. This I do like very much. Okay. Cool. Quick hydration break. BRB just checking with lunch how long he'll be live today. Okay. So I think I want to do a bit more. I want to hydrate, don't dihydrate. You know it. Yeah, I think I want to do a couple more API calls. Now that we have retrofit, it's really easy to call more stuff on Streamlabs API. I wonder if I should expose just one method from the client and under the hood do everything, so that the application will just call, basically it will call down here. No, I changed my mind before I even set the entire thing. Okay, let's do a couple more endpoints. So in our steps here, we now completed step 4. Well, this part of step 4. Now we'll get the user ID. So we call the get user API on Streamlabs and make note of the user ID. Bit more type safety here. Okay, he'll end at midnight our time. Okay, I see. I see. I'll try going for another 20 minutes. It should be okay. So that we have the first part done by then. So I have the Streamlabs stuff in the server app here. And then the Kofi stuff is actually not that much more work, but we'll do that at another time. Sorry for the off question, but are those the Audio Technica headphones you're using? Yes. Oh, I can make this even nicer. Okay. Same here, actually. No, sorry, I literally didn't know, but I couldn't find the branding on them. So yes, they are Audio Technica. I'm gonna move this to models as well here. Okay, this returns JSON class, generate adapter true, data class user response. Okay, you looked so serious there. Yeah, I was really seriously trying to find any indication of who made this thing on my head, but I couldn't. All right, so for this one, for this response, it's a bit more interesting. So you have a bit of nesting here, which is a little annoying. So this top object has a few keys, Streamlabs, Twitch, and as I said earlier, it can have YouTube, it can have other things down here. We can actually see that somewhere here, I think. Yeah, here. That's a good example. So there can be Streamlabs, Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Facebook, and then the corresponding IDs and names. I'm assuming that Streamlabs will always be there, and possibly Twitch, but Streamlabs will always be there. That's kind of a prerequisite. If Streamlabs is not in this response, we cannot do anything. So we'll use that. We look up the Streamlabs key, and then in there we have the ID. So that's what we're going to use. Whoops. No. Okay. It's a bit annoying, this nesting here. There was a number, right? There was a numerical ID. I think I'll make it a string though. I'll stringify it. Okay, so user response, Streamlabs, ID. The rest doesn't really matter to me. That's all that I have to care about. And I'm wondering if I should make a generic result class, because now I would do another sealed class there's success and failure, and this can be unified, I think. I mean, we do have Kotlin result, but I don't think I can return Kotlin result here, can I? Oh, I can. Maybe it works now in Kotlin 1.5. I remember having to enable some sort of flag to actually do this and return result from somewhere. But that's nice. So I don't need this sealed class anymore then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, and this one will return result of user response then, I guess. Oh no, actually. Actually, no, that this might as well just be a string. Okay, so we're gonna do result success of API. We don't have a method yet. Suspend function, get user ID. Quick peek on Postman one more time. Get user, we needed the access token. Down here we can see it. We need access token for this. Okay, so that's what it'll get. And it's also a... Oh no, this time it's a query string. Okay. Really, really, really weird. This is a get on user. And returns user response. Yeah. I think that's it. So we should be able to now also do, so we have token result, assuming that this is fine, getter null, user ID, just real quick, I wanna get this over with and actually try for a result in the on screen. The user, your Streamlabs user has the ID, user ID. Let me make this a bit more readable. Better. Okay. Okay, so extended that for a bit. We should now also see the user ID. I removed the comment earlier, but I think I had a user ID with like something with a 4. Oh, I actually have it open still. So this value down here, the 4390, that value is what I'm expecting to see now. Let's actually leave this here. Okay. I think this should be deployed. Okay, restarting. It's building. I think it's done. Oh, now it's done. All right, here we go. You got an auth result. So I got null now. I think this is because that first code is now expired. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start this process anew. Go to the landing page, connect your Streamlabs. It's giving me a new code here. Copy that out. Localhost, auth result. Plug in the new code. Let's see what happens. Hey, there you go. Nice. So this is all the same. New access token. And then this token is already being used to query for this ID. So that would be the key into the database now. We would store ID, access token, refresh token. And then the last piece of the puzzle that we need is the webhook, basically. The URL that we plug into Kofi later. So moving that out of the way. Let's add a third route here. This is then the webhook. And we do need the Streamlabs object one more time here. Let's collapse these two. Webhook. Still need to figure something out for this. And okay, so this is equal to, this is now a post method, I think. At least I think Kofi said that they are HTTP posting. Hold on. Outgoing webhooks will send an HTTP post to your specified URL when a transaction completes. Okay. In that case, it is indeed a post. So we're gonna do post. And it's gonna be, yeah, I don't know, post donation or something. I don't know. So what we would need at this point is first get the ID from the URL. User ID from the URL. Or some sort of app-generated key for the user. So this is a kind of a to-do. We are gonna do just the user ID from before. I'm gonna plug in the 4309 directly, but I might consider generating some special hash just for my application. But for now, we're gonna do, whoops, accidental Japanese, sorry. Gonna get that from the request, query parameters, key. Or throw whatever, illegal argument exception. Missing key. That's a to-do. With the key, we would have to do a lookup. Look up user data from that key. And fetch the access token and refresh token for them. Ensure that a valid access token is available. And then when we have that, we are gonna do post donation. Actually, we have to map. We have to map from Kofi to Streamlabs first. So I'm gonna do a new package here. Kofi mapper. Kofi mapper. Parse Kofi body or something like that, and then it will get a body. I don't know what type that is yet because I don't know how Ktor processes body. And out will come a donation. Yeah, actually donation. And then we have here common or models. No, common. Models, and then we have a data class donation, and that has a bunch of stuff that we'll fill out in a minute. So I'm guessing that this object will also give access to the body. There's a receive channel. Maybe that's it. Await content. Read fully. Read. Okay, I gotta look this up. Documentation time.
You know, I mean, when I was younger, I don't know how many songs.
Query parameters, set request body. Well, I wanna, no, server. I wanna parse the body. I don't wanna send one. Developing applications, handling requests and responses. Requests, probably here.
Finish it and then put it out to the world. Now, I'm not saying put crap out into the world.
Query body contents. This section shows how to receive body contents sent with post, put, or patch. Oh, call receive. Oh, what? How does it know to map this stuff? Ktor provides a content negotiation feature to negotiate the media type of request and deserialize content to an object of a required type. To receive and convert content, call the receive method that accepts a data class as a parameter. Serializing, which is provided by built-in Kotlin X serialization. Oh, maybe I'll switch to that. I'm using Moshi right now. Okay, so we have to install this. Okay, let's do this. This is pretty fun. I'm liking Ktor so far. Okay, install this feature. Register a converter. Okay, then this would be where we put in the Moshi thing if we needed to. So we register for JSON. Oh.
You're not the guy doing it. You get better by doing it, finishing it, learning from that process, and moving on to the next thing.
For JSON, we will do Ktor serialization. Okay, that's another to-do for me. I want to move this out of the way again. So I'm gonna switch away from Moshi then. I'm gonna use something else. And then we don't need Kpt anymore as well. This goes up here. For now, it's okay to have a duality. I have Moshi and Kotlin X serialization, but we don't need two. We only need one. And if Ktor supports Kotlin X right away, then we'll use that. Okay, so we have done this, and now what? I go to application, and in here I call the JSON method, apparently. Inside the JSON method, you can access the JSON Builder API. I don't need that. That is okay. Yeah, okay, and now that I have this, I can go back down and context, no, call, receive, I get back down, but I get up again. Aren't you ever gonna leave me down? Maybe I don't need this class. I can just do. Oh, no. No, I do need it. It's okay. That's a little annoying. Whatever. Let's do a Kofi specific models file and then do Kofi donation. And then we will receive that as a Kofi donation here. And then we'll transform that into a, I don't know, a generic one. And then we'll give that generic one to Streamlabs, and then it can actually send the request. And I'm trying to do that. That's gonna be the goal for me today. I don't know how Kotlin X serialization works though. Okay, so how does this work? So you make the data class serializable. But how do I know? Okay. I don't yet know how. Sorry that I'm so quiet right now. I don't yet know how to write these. How to write this class. Like, it makes sense to me that we would map this from this block of JSON that we got earlier from Kofi. This is straight from Kofi. But do I have to give the fields as is? I would rather they would have some sort of... I don't want to use underscores in these fields here. That's what I'm saying. But maybe I have to. Let's assume I have to. I want to make some progress. So we have email. We have from name. We have message. Amount. I want to keep all of these as string, just like Kofi gives it to us. Currency. Timestamp. Oh yeah, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I think that's it. And then maybe a is subscription. Oh, no, I can't do that. Is... Okay. That's it. That's my class. And then I'm gonna respond with, I got this donation from you. Thanks. And then I'm gonna plug in the Kofi donation. Right. So we'll need to test this out with Postman actually. I can't just do this in the with the browser window myself. So I'm moving Postman back into frame. And then let's do this. Post. Posting a donation. And this is gonna be posted as JSON. I'm plugging in the thing from Kofi earlier as is. And then let's see how it answers to this call. Let's move this over here. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't give a key. Cannot send requests to localhost. Oh, because I'm using the web version. Okay, well, let me install freaking Postman desktop then. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Let me install Postman desktop then. Okay, well, it's not opening. Yeah, maybe it's bockig now. Maybe it doesn't want to start. I'll check this during the next stream. So basically we have a post hook now, which accepts the Kofi stuff and parses it into an object. Next up, we would convert into Streamlabs model, or rather we would just do Streamlabs client post donation, and then we'll just give the Kofi donation here. Make that a new method. And then okay, last try. Opening Postman agent. No, it will not do it. Whatever. Okay, I want to deactivate the browser for now because I'm just about done here. So we have the donation here to do transform into Streamlabs model. Actually, we can do that part now still. We can look up what it requires. Here, post. So we have name. Oh wait, this is query again. We don't actually need any body here. So we can just do this. And then this is form encoded again. And then I'm going to list through these fields one by one. I'm not sure if it will accept this as a string. It would be good if it could. Okay, and then we have created add. And whoops. And skip alert. And it returns whatever. It doesn't actually matter. It doesn't need to return anything. We will make a class for it, but again, it's not important. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you know what we're gonna do to round off this stream is we're gonna create a fake connection to this and click a button, and then we will make the donation goal go up again. So I'm gonna copy over the test stuff that we had earlier for Sinja's donation. Sinja user, and then we have message is thanks for stream, and then we have amount equals 500. Actually, I want to make it something with a decimal. Currency is going to be euro. Timestamp is going to be null. Skip alert is going to be no. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. And then I'm going to create a fake endpoint that we can call real quick. We're going to just call post donation. This thing does not matter because it's not used. Okay. Yeah. Let's deploy this. And I want to update this and create another form down here just for testing. Test donation. And this is going to invoke our own /test, I guess. This does not matter. Okay. Let's see. Moment of truth. And then I'm hopefully gonna see some success here because I'm getting a bit tired and it would be nice if this worked. So let's go back to localhost. This is not deployed yet. And still not. Okay. Close it down. Okay, close it down. Start it up again. It's building. There you go. Okay. So let us see. I'm gonna click the button now. Okay. Well, it didn't go up. The thing didn't respond with anything, so that is possible. Oh, wait, I also messed this up. And I also need to respond with something, I guess. Let's respond with cool things. Update this so we can detect the change. And restart this up again. Oh, wait, actually, I didn't give the access token, did I? Yeah, I totally forgot that. I also forgot the name. Whoops. Well, it doesn't work if you miss half the parameters. Access token, name, message, identifier, amount, currency. Yep, that's the one. And then for access token, I'm gonna issue myself one more. Okay. This is building now. Okay, I'm going to issue myself another token. Here it is, this one. And I'm going to hard code it into the application here so to test the donation from the other button. All right. Going back. Need to update the template one more time so that I know when it's changed. Okay, I think it has. Yes, okay. So let's click this button, hard-coded donation directly to Streamlabs. There you go. And it actually also acknowledged the decimal. So I'm glad that I don't need to convert it into floating points myself. I can just pass on the string as is. Perfect. Okay, so again, that was still a bit manual. That was sound for you now? Perfect. That's great. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, again, this is still manual. However, all that would need to happen is we'd accept the access token from here. And for these things, we would map this to the from name. This is going to become the email. This is the identifier that we're going to use. This is the message, and so on, basically. Amount. Currency. Timestamp we'll have to convert. And skip alert, just going to leave that as no. And access token, we will need that from the outside. Plug that in here. Go back here. And that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm really glad that we were able to make a good bunch of progress. This is certainly gonna need another 1 or maybe even 2 streams, but hey, well, it's okay. First experiences with Kpt, pretty positive. Need to look up more stuff related to how to do a bunch of things that I'm familiar with in other contexts, but not in this one. Right. So, I guess that is it then for today, because I'm pretty pooped. And I do want this Lunchimon. Sinja, could you let me know the Twitch name of who was it? Of Lunch? Because it's not... Oh yeah, there you go. I mean, it's just a couple of you, but might as well. Wait, what? Oh, I think I misspelled that. Great. AKA Kevin Smith, but he's incognito here. Okay, I won't tell, promise. Okay, that is better. Yeah, again, thank you for watching. If you want to see more of this, I'm going to continue and complete the Kofi integration for Streamlabs on stream for sure. Within the next days / weeks, I don't know, no promises. I'm also going to play a bunch of Hitman shortly. There's a bit of content that I want to get to. It's a timed content thing, so I don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you all for being here. See ya, Muigorik. Great to have you here. So yeah, please consider following. I mean, I think everybody here already does. So thank you. I will catch you next time. And now let's play some Lunchimon. Take care now. Bye bye. Bye bye.